Back
Yeah, it's
to
funny.
life and death matters.
All right.
All right, so
Flag.
we've had Indra say some prayers. Connell really nailing it and reminding him to come back to the land of the living. Egan pleaded to the Moonweaver that this is not Egan's time, and seemed to have a real connection there. So here's what it comes down to. The resurrection base score is 10. Now, any future resurrections you have, if you survive this one, Torrin goes up to 11. Your soul goes less and less. Now, so the DC for a success decreases it by 3. Now, we had 2 natural 20s there. So I'm going to say that the DC increased by those is 4. So the DC, thanks to some very successful prayers by Connell and Egan, drops down to 2.
Oh,
Indra?
yeah.
Wait, I haven't finished. Indra, not being quite so successful, brings it back up to 3. So, I'm going to have you roll this, Torrin. And let me explain exactly what it is before I roll it. The DC is 3. So when you're ready, roll a d20. Do not roll a 1 or a 2. That's what it comes down to. Do not roll a 1 or a 2.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yo.
Can you save some of that?
I hovered above that button for a second because
He
I was
just
like,
immediately-
please.
He just stands up.
Wow.
There's nothing else of all.
Will the player praise the Moonweaver before he hit the button?
So with that,
Can I
Torrin,
I,
how do you
like,
come back to
raise
life?
can I like hover off the ground like floating almost, and like magic just like comes out of Mara's hands into my body and heals me?
Absolutely, explain it however you like. It's your resurrection, dude.
Sweet. And then I open my eyes, and then I like giggle and go like, "What happened? Why you guys look so serious?"
A lot of stuff, carnage, you know. You're feeling okay now, though?
Everything hurts, and then I'm going to cast heal on myself.
So you are on 1 hit point. Now you're on 71 hit points.
Yeah.
And one other small thing, you're at -4 to all your rolls. If you take a long rest, it'll be -3, -2, -1, and so on. At the moment, ability checks, saving throws, attacks are all at -4. And a long rest will reduce that by 1.
Can I use like greater restoration or anything like that to help?
Nope.
Okay. I feel really tired. Like I need a long nap.
You just about had the longest nap you could have.
I'm gonna stand up and go like, well, good job at killing everything around here.
Not
Milady!
everything.
Milady, the queen is dead. Can you do something like that to the queen? I mean, she is without a head. Is there anything you can do?
I'm going to turn to him and say, I can try, but I need a diamond that I don't currently have. If you can search around and find one.
Well, she's also without a head.
That's okay. I need a diamond worth at least 1,000.
Okay. Okay.
I believe the head is in the other room.
No, the head's still there, or did she take it with her?
You took it.
No, she
Yeah,
took
she took
the
it.
crown.
I took the
Yeah.
crown.
The crown, not the head.
The
Just to be
head's
clear,
still
no, she took the crown and the head.
Oh.
Oh, and
That's
the
still
head.
okay.
And the dwarves
Yeah,
and
it's
the
okay.
elves
We just need
around you
more.
start shouting, Find this lady a diamond! The biggest you can find! And You can still hear sounds of battle going outside, but you can tell that the sounds of demons gloating, devils gloating, and dwarves and elves cheering is going a lot better. So you know things are going out well, and everybody dashes out, apparently taking it for word that a diamond will help the queen.
But do you need the head, Mara?
Nope.
Can I look around and see if there's
Okay.
any diamonds anywhere in from all this rubble that fell?
Make an investigation check.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself to try and cancel out my -4.
Mhm. So all d20s are at -4. Yep. Oops, it's me. So was it with your -4 already? Nope. So that's a 13. So a 16. You look around, and it turns out that when purple worms burrow through the immense pressure that they're exerting on the rocks, they effectively poop gold. And you do find 230 GP. Oops, 230 gold pieces worth of gems, but no suitable diamonds.
Well, I found a bunch of gems, but purple worms poop diamonds and gold and stuff like that. So we should look through their poop.
Appetizing.
So
That's-
these little things, these were piles of gems, correct?
/ purple worm poop.
Oh,
Same sort of thing.
beautiful. I'll go start looking as well.
Torrin looked through and he found all the gems that are
Okay.
able to be found, and that's definitely not it's 1,000 gold piece for I'm thinking resurrection here, Mara.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and do divine intervention?
I'm gonna go into the throne room or wherever they keep their treasury here.
Oh yeah. That's
Follow
smart.
Mara.
Okay.
Oh wait, Mara, stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I'll stop my bleeding first. Let's do that.
And can I end her her poison?
Oh yeah, so the poison condition fades. Well, I'm going to say you take a 5 damage from the bleeding, but just takes an action to staunch the bleeding. So you stop bleeding, Mara, and you're no longer poisoned.
Oh sweet.
And Connor from this corner, sitting in the corner, raise his hand and says, this guy's trapped for about an hour. Just you guys be aware of that.
Yeah, are we just leaving him behind?
I assume you want to question him later, but what she's trying to do.
Yeah, we gotta hurry. Can we yell to the guards to take us to the treasury?
Well, the only issue is that resurrection also takes an hour, so I feel like while they're looking for stuff, we'll deal with this guy.
That works.
Okay.
This time I did not make it solid. I learned last time. So there are bars we can talk.
Why can't I see into this room? That's so weird.
So what room are you trying to see into? Into
The one that Mara's in over here.
Try dragging Maro 2.0 over there.
No,
Oh,
both of them can't see. Oh,
Yeah,
there we
left.
go. That was weird.
and
Oh, 2.0 shit up.
Oh, now I can't see in there. What the heck is going on? There's okay.
2.0 is in the room with us. She's right behind you.
eventually, someone stumbles out, an elfin gentleman on the arm of one of the guards. And it says, someone was asking about the treasury. Why ask the guards when you can ask the king?
Oh, the king is an elf?
The king is an elf. Yep, and the queen, it was a dwarven head you saw
Oh.
Okay.
being carried across. And won't worry about exact positions, but he says, I do, Barlow, I owe you a debt of favor. my life, it seemed, was spared, but the queen did not pair so well. And but you leave, young lady, have some divine magic that could help us out. I mean, we have already asked so much. You've given so much. Uther Dern is truly in your debt.
Yeah, I can use the diamond to at least attempt to resurrect her. It's probably the best chance that I have of it working. And I'll kind of explain a little bit of what the resurrection spell will look like, and I will explain that it will be a little bit kind of gruesome looking. Because, yeah, they do, it closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts.
Does she get her head back?
It should potentially regrow.
And what happens to her head that has been detached? Will that be destroyed?
I am not sure. I've never done it before. I only know what my god has told me about the spell. I like thinking on it. Can I think of, like, I guess Arcana check to see what the effect would be on that?
Sure.
Can I help?
Sure. So at advantage. Okay. The queen will have two heads, one attached to her body.
I will explain that there will be ones like attached to her, and then there is going to be that one that the other lady took, essentially.
And the king, who is already having a terrible day, starts rubbing the temples on his head and says, I know there is some type of magic that allows you to question the dead, shall we say. So I'm worried maybe some powerful magic by these devils will get into the queen's mind and reveal the secrets of Uther Dern. But he shakes his head. This is a problem for another day. He walks up to one of the guards and whispers something into his head. The diamond will be here shortly. There's shall we say, one of the jewels of the treasury of Uther Dern, but to save the queen, well, I can think of no better. I mean, as you might know, the dwarves welcomed us in here. I mean, the king is the queen is very close to me, but don't get confused. This is not a romantic relationship. We both work, rule this kingdom together. And a guard rushes in, has this 1,000 gold piece diamond, and hands it to Mara. And the king goes, well, if there's any miracles left in you, my lady, now would be the time.
Does everybody think that they can handle this guy while I go do the resurrection-y thing?
Yeah.
Do you need the help
This
with
guy's
the resurrection?
I will get Mara 2 to come out of the stone.
Yep.
And Mara 2 can assist me. So it
Perfect.
should be okay.
I mean, we need to talk to the king and stuff, and we all need to get guys surrounding this guy so we can capture him and tie him up and try to ask questions, right?
I mean, does anyone here even speak Abyssal or whatever language they speak?
Yes,
I-
I speak Infernal.
There you go.
They are devils, not demons. Caspian?
He looks like a dragon. I
Potato,
speak
potato.
Draconic.
Oh, maybe it is a dragon. I don't know.
I don't know if it's a demon though, because it looks kind of like it almost looks like a dragon.
I say we kill it.
So Colin's kind
I
of curious.
agree.
So he walks
It's not
over
gonna
and pulls
talk.
out one of his vials of holy water and slings at it and see if it does anything to it.
Bounces off the force cage. Oh, is it a cage with
No,
bars in it?
yeah, it's the cage bars. Yeah.
Okay.
I learned from last time.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Just curious if holy water hurts it or not. We could. I have supernatural in my head.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's bring up the stats. Splash the holy water onto this creature, and it hits him, and it just drips off him. And you don't hear anything, Connell, but you do hear a voice in your head, and it says, "You're gonna do better than that, Al."
Do I understand it?
Yes, you understand it perfectly. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm working on it.
And it's just stalking around the cage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to just say, Devil, we mean you no harm. I wish to parlay.
Make a persuasion or a deception check.
Mhm. 21.
This devil looks around and it sees everybody looking pretty good. Taran stumbling around a little bit. Sees a guard, sees a king. Weighs up his
Is the
options.
elf walk away? Back up.
And he says, anybody. This is in your head. Just in your head, Indra. So no one else technically hears this. But he says, never let it be said that a devil is no one to make a deal. What is it that you are offering?
So do you guys like eat souls? Or what? What do you do with the souls? I'll
You
give
don't.
you a little nibble of mine for some information.
Oh, a nibble of your soul. Delicious. Perhaps a soul is just one thing. Either your whole soul or nothing at all. Sell me your soul, creature. I'll tell you everything you need to know. And sorry, does Mara's channel read thoughts? Does that work, Connell?
I don't think so. No, I don't think magic can pass through the workforce cage.
Oh, okay.
So just doesn't work.
Yep.
So what do you say, immortal?
Sure, I'll sell you my soul.
Why do you sound happy about that, bro?
Yeah, this is awkward. Do I notice anything's happening? Like we're all just
They're
standing there quietly.
speaking in an infernal. Like we hear them talking, but that's it. I
You
assume.
don't hear the creature talking, but you do hear Indra talking.
Oh, I would be speaking in Infernal. I don't want to alarm my
Okay.
friends.
Well, if you're speaking in infernal, then fine. So Indra, make a persuasion once again or a deception check.
I will buff that with the what's it called? Knowledge from a past life. So that's a 21.
21.
Nice.
Okay.
Actually, he's being truthful. I have the same what's it called? The same modifier for deception and persuasion, though. Unless you want me to re-roll that.
No, that's fine. So you're persuading him to sell your soul for information.
Yes.
Okay. So he says, Very well. I've prepared something. Just such an occasion. And he kind of reaches into one of the pockets he has around kind of a belt, and he throws a creature, a thing on the ground. At first it looks like it's a child's toy, like arms, legs, heads, that type of stuff. But then it grows, and it grows. And you see it's a human.
Ooh.
A male human with just dead eyes that look straight ahead. You see some signs of life there, but basically it looks just like it's there, but only just. And you see it's managing to stand up, and it looks around, blank eyes. It doesn't make eye contact with any of you. And so, let me.
Can that thing pass through the cage?
No,
Nope.
no.
But don't worry about this. This is just just where we will write our contract. So, what is your name?
Indra.
You should spell it for him.
That's Indra.
Is that your full name?
That's my only name.
Indra. And so he starts writing some stuff with his talon on the back of this poor creature's thing.
Ooh.
And you see between Indra, you see your name written there in Infernal. And then you see him write something as well. It's weird, but you see his name that he wrote down, and I'll whisper it to you, Indra. And you see that there between, and it's a whole lot of legalese speak, and you read it very closely. It's a contract between that creature and someone called Indra. And he writes a whole lot of other stuff, very much legalese with lots of herefores and twos and things, and say that the soul of Indra, upon Indra's death, will belong to this devil. So when you die, your soul is literally going to hell and is being under the control of this devil. And he says, and in return, and he turns to you and says, what is it that you want, Indra? Tell me.
What do we want to know, guys? He's talking
Oh.
to me.
Yeah.
This is all,
you should definitely
in
find
the-
out why they're attacking all these cities.
Is it? I'm gonna speak to the devil again. You told me everything I want to know, so it's not just one question, correct?
Well, then
It's
that puts
as
your one question. It's one
anything
question.
I want to know. I haven't signed anything yet, so I wanna clear up the arrangement.
Well, why don't you ask me? And he looks at you, and he stares at you, and he says, while I don't recognize you, mortal, I recognize you. Well, he turns to Mara. Mara's not understanding this, and he turns to Connell. And I know that you've been to hell before. And I get the impression that this is something you don't want. The return of the ruler of Stygia. So why don't I answer 3 questions about the invasion? Anything you want to know. I'll be as honest as I can. What do you say, Indra?
Okay, and now in the telepathic bond,
Okay.
I'm going to tell them that I offered my soul to him in exchange for 3 questions.
Yeah, that's not a good idea at all. I don't think divine intervention is going to help you in this
I'm pretty
situation.
sure my god will protect me.
And then Mara
I'm
Mara's
just going to
gonna
put my hand on my forehead and shake my head.
It is the
Mara's going
man's
to ask
choice.
which name is on the contract.
My name, dummy.
And I go, okay.
Indra is my name.
I mean, you were Regulus before.
But I mean, I'm Indra.
We'll go over this later.
He should be free to do with his soul as he pleases. If he has made this offer to us, let's take advantage. What are we asking this devil?
I again don't think it's a good idea to barter someone's soul.
I think it's already been done.
No, I haven't signed anything yet.
That's correct.
If you want, we could just beat the shit out of him and then make him tell us. I'm fine either way. I can take him.
I don't think force will get us what we want.
No.
I can be very persuasive. And then I flex one arm and then flex the other.
I'm just going to put my hands up and go like, hey, you know,
So
that's on you, buddy.
I just as somebody who's like thinking on devil contracts and such, are the contracts still valid if the person who wrote the contract is dead?
Well, devils, when they die, they don't actually die. They go to hell and reform.
Like his little, like the black ichor stuff?
Yeah.
What
So
if we
all
just
of the
dump that
things
in
we
holy water,
killed,
though?
all of the things we killed are reforming in hell. I don't know how long it'll take, but they're not gone forever. Yeah, so
What you would know is that the Hells is very much a hierarchy, with Asmodeus at the top and all the other various rulers of the 9 Hells. And it goes down and down and down and down until you're a little thing called a lemur, which is almost like a
What,
maggot.
Vivi?
Yeah, like Vivi, little maggot crawling around the river Styx. It's a horrible, horrible existence. And the hope of everything is to gradually build their way up as high as they can. But for the lowest level of the devil, this could take 1,000 years, 10,000 years, if they're lucky.
Are you certain that your god is going to be able to protect you? I don't really want to risk it.
Well, I have faith in my god, Mara. Maybe you should learn.
Ouch.
Mara
We
just,
need to
like,
go
shakes
there,
her head.
okay?
But also, I don't think. What? Sorry. One sec.
If you want to, well, he's taking 1 sec. If you want to know the answer to what would happen to his soul would his god intervene, you can make your religion check.
Yes.
For those who wish to, and I will tell you what you would know.
Okay, I'm back. He's just gonna say, yeah, I have faith in my god, but also it's kind of scary. So if you guys want to beat him up, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Mara?
Yeah, I don't really think the answer is worth your soul, buddy.
Mara, you think that when Indra dies, his soul goes somewhere. You feel that if he signs his contract, his own personal deity will have no claim to his soul. Because his soul will literally belong to someone else.
I definitely don't think it's worth it. I don't think that your god would be able to help you.
Okay, well, what do you want to do now then?
Mara does the exact same thing that Indra just did by flexing her muscles.
All right. Does he look weak? Like, not weak, but hurt?
Do it this way. That's how hurt he looks if you look at his health bar.
Okay. Because I don't have any spells left. And my sword is just a normal sword. Actually, he's just going to say a quick prayer and charge his sword, the not stronger version. And then say, all right. You guys ready?
Alright, Colonel, you guys ready? Everybody ready?
We're
Ready.
taking prepared actions. And we're all, I'm guess, going to like. Are we psychically agreeing that this is what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna surprise this guy by dropping the spell?
Yeah, should I like be like, okay, we're gonna drop the cage and I'll sign your thing, and then we fuck him up?
Can you
Makes us sound like the bad guys.
well, we're tricking a demon, I don't know. Pretend to sign the contract?
Well, I mean, just so he's like ready for me to
Who
sign
cares?
it,
Let's just kill him.
and
Everybody
then-
just take prepared
just
action.
so he's not on
and let's wreck
guard.
him.
Yeah.
I mean, he must know that he's going to die after, like, he tells us what we want to know. We wouldn't just let him walk out after what they just did to this whole place. And he definitely knows that.
Well, part of the contract that you saw, Indra, was he gets to leave.
Oh. No, I don't agree to that at all then.
What's the point of having your soul if it's dead, right? It wants to get away.
Okay, he's going
Yeah.
to just say to everyone, okay guys, get ready, I'm about to say it.
Okay.
Prepare action.
Just tell me when you
Dagger
drop it,
attack.
and I'll drop it when Indra says so.
You'll know when to drop it.
What do you say, Indra?
Should everyone tell you their prepared
Well,
actions?
It
or-
depends on how this goes. So what are you going to say,
Okay.
Indra? Whether you
He's
fool-
going to charge his sword,
Mhm.
and he's going to say, by the holy might of my blade, I will sign your contract. And then he's going to set it to the side, not letting go,
Mhm.
and then extend his hand to the devil, and then he's going to say, my friend, please drop the cage so I can sign the contract.
Okay, when he says it, I'll drop it.
Make me a deception check. I'm gonna say it's DC 15. If you make this, you do make it. So you do get a surprise round. You do get your prepared
Nice.
actions. It does believe you. So let's roll initiative, and we'll just this is your prepared actions.
Conan's a good one because he got to drop his spell.
Okay, fair enough.
Initiative. Oh, what the heck?
You get your surprise attack.
Oof.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
do.
This is the perfect time for a 1. Like 8 versus 1.
I really have been rolling bad tonight. What the heck?
That's really bad. I know.
It didn't add my whatchamacallit.
Your what?
My roll. Sorry.
Oh,
Is
okay.
McCall it.
Okay, I'll give you a turn. What was your roll?
18.14.
You can kind of do this yourself. Just roll initiative again, just so you know for next time, and just manually change it. Oops. 18.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just roll it again. Okay, so the veterans, they're going to have a go. Let's just say they saw... they attacked twice.
Hey, Mara, 1.0, you get advantage on your initiative rolls because of your shield.
Good to know. Good to know.
Okay,
When Mara rolls higher than me in initiative.
so the veteran takes his attack, boom, and hits it for 12 slashing damage. Taran,
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
okay.
at 7th level.
Ooh.
I'm filming now.
Okay,
Wow, that's horrible.
is this a surprise? Yeah, the first attack, and you can only do one attack, of course, because it's only a prepared action. So no bonus actions or anything like that. This is at advantage because he didn't see this coming from you. So that will hit, and it will do 31 points of damage. Okay, so that's your prepared action. You don't get any movement. The veteran will attack once with his longsword and misses horribly. The devil doesn't get a go. Mara 2.0.
Also going to Guiding Bolt. This one at 6th level.
Burning those slots you can't get back. So at advantage. That hits. 28 points of damage. I bet you're feeling glad you rolled so well, Indra, on that deception. Egan!
Do I get one attack with blade or two? Because
Well, you get a prepared action, and you get 2 attacks per action, so you can attack twice. The
Nice.
30 hits, the 17 misses. So 1 hit. For
plus a d6.
a 2. And you don't get a bonus action. What's your... Well,
Yeah.
Do you want to try a stunning strike or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Mara.
Also a Guiding Bolt. This one, unfortunately, only at 4th level.
Oh, I forgot to do advantage for the guiding bolts as well, but that's alright. So the veteran will get advantage. 23 hits. Minus 28. This creature is just getting pummeled left and right. So the veteran's going to attack at advantage thanks to the guiding bolt. Rolls a dirty 20, which misses. Giant crocodile. I don't think he can do anything from there.
I mean, he's got 10-foot reach with his tail, but I feel like everyone's in the way, so no. He's just holding the door so it doesn't try to escape.
Okay. Caspian, you could be over here if you wanted to, Caspian.
There's not anything he can do either.
Okay, so we'll put you back here.
Yep.
So its held action is to do nothing. Okay, Indra.
He's going to pull his hand back and say, "Psych!" and then do the thing like where they like stroke their hair, and then he's going to attack him twice.
Okay.
23.
First one. I said roll again because it's at advantage, so you might get a natural 20, which you don't. So that does 26 damage.
Yes, 26 damage for the first attack. Second attack.
Not at advantage.
27.
But it's still 17 damage. Okay. So boom, boom.
And then, actually, I can't do it.
Okay. Now, normal attack. The veteran is going to swing with its long sword. Misses horribly. Torrin.
I'm going to move right up here, and I'm going to attack him with the Devil's Bane.
Okay. Well, this is the insta-kill thing, isn't it? 31 hits. He didn't roll a 20 though. So it does 15 damage. And it still needs to make a con save. Is that right?
Yeah, or be stunned.
Okay, and the con save for Devil. It's pretty healthy. Devil gets a +10 to its con saves.
Oh, dang.
And I was a natural 20.
Nice. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Word of Radiance.
Okay, that was it. Okay, cool. So Word of Radiance, con save, +10. Or it was another natural 20. There we go. Assume that's
Nice.
a cantrip, so there's no damage.
Yep, it does no damage.
Okay, the red Bashi is furious. There's only one thing it wants to attack.
Run, Indra, run!
I ain't no coward.
Well, let's see. Everybody except Connell and Caspian can make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ha.
Indra, you're a man of your word. You are not frightened of this creature. Taran, that would be a 28 minus 4, would be a 24. The crocodile is frightened.
Whoa. He ran.
Poor crocodile. Do that one. Okay. And it's going to reach out, swing this massive morning star and try to bring it down onto the skull of Indra. Rolls a 28. It smashes into your skull for 9 piercing. Takes its claw, rakes it across your chest. Rolls a 19? Which does
That
hit
hit.
as well for another 13 points of slashing damage. And with his claw mark, he sinks his teeth into the wound, biting down hard. And rolls an 18, which I believe hits as well.
Yep.
So take 17 piercing and
17.
41 fire.
41. Dang, is that all you got, bro?
So what that was a lot, Evie. But yeah, so you got the 17 piercing and 41 fire.
Yep.
Okay. Caesar this round has got eyes purely on Indra. Mara 2.0.
She'll do another guiding bolt.
Okay.
Only be at level 3.
Eyes only for Indra. 26. Yep. Hits. Still standing.
Okay, and then
just-
the next person who hits will get advantage because of guiding bolt.
That's true.
Yep.
Which will be Egan.
And I think I have advantage because I'm flanking anyway.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Enjoy double advantage.
Just-
Oh my god, though.
Yeah, he's got a...
Fuck him up.
So with his glowing demon, he has 11 hit points left, so just boom, 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 punching through him, and where his lots of holes, and it falls to the ground. It's arms reaching up to strangle Vivi, but the life force leads him. And, it doesn't help.
You fool, you thought I would sell my soul? I'm not that dumb. I have friends on my side.
Friends who will talk me out of doing the job.
My lady, says the king, I know you had business to deal with this devil, but please, the queen survives and you can bring her back. It'll bring such hope to the city. Please, we cannot delay any longer.
Can I cast the augury
Sure.
and basically see if it's a good idea to bring the queen back from the dead.
Okay, by casting. About the results. So the results of Mara resurrecting the queen. Will it be good for you or will it be bad for you?
Yeah.
And explain to me how this looks like. How is Torrin casting augury?
So he is going to look at Devil's Bane, which was the weapon that the Moonweaver basically made for him, and ask it, and then spin it on its top to see what happens.
Okay. And sick. And you hear the Moonweaver's voice in your head. Torrin.
I'm going to repeat her words to everybody else too as she says it.
What you hear back?
We are the friends of none, enemies of fewer. The queen is not your enemy. This bodes well. Okay, so we should do this.
Please, milady. Let us delay no longer.
Yep. And I will look at Torrin, motion for him to follow. I guess Indra is also somewhat religious, so he can come along as well, and anybody who would like to. I would like the king to come just in case, but he doesn't have to watch.
No. I will watch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be casting Resurrection.
Okay, so let's just say you go into one of the rooms. Okay, we don't need to drag tokens around. The queen's there. The headless body of Queen Simone is with you. Who else is with you, Mara?
Egan would be by Mara.
Okay.
As a Torrin.
So Mara, Egan, the queen. So Torrin, you was there as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this for the resurrection?
This?
I would like to be there as well to watch.
We should also probably have like the guards come with us too to protect the king, just in case they come back and try to kill him too.
Okay. So the only persons is what's Caspian and Connell doing? You have an hour to do stuff if you like.
We're going to try to find some wine.
Yeah.
Can Egan meditate through, like take a short rest during the resurrection in the room?
What did you participate in the resurrection ceremony?
I don't need to participate. I'll just sit in the corner.
Okay, so I'll drag you out of there. So, over here we have Caspian, Egan, and Connell. You can all take short rests if you like, as you can find a bottle of wine easily enough, Connell, if you like.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood it. If I can't take a short, if I have to be in the room, I'm in the room. Yeah,
it's up to you. If you want to participate in the ceremony, then you don't get a short rest.
Well, I didn't have an interest in participating, but I would not leave Mara's side during this type of ordeal. So if she's there, I'm there. So yeah.
People involved in the resurrection are up there, so no short rest for you, Egan, because it's incredibly bad taste. The ceremony are less important to sit there and mend your wounds. So Connell and Caspian, short rest away.
And drink wine.
Yeah, drink wine, yep. A couple of the guards come up next to you and then they bring some wine. And it is reasonable. and you enjoy their company. And by this time, you've heard the fighting in the main city has stopped. Any of the remaining devils have gone. So Mara, this creature did not die of old age and isn't undead. Okay, so you begin performing the ritual of resurrection. King Imathan, he says, my queen, you have offered so much to the city. You and your people opened the doors to us elves when we had no place to go. It is truly a model of everything that is good and right in this world. So I ask you, as co-ruler of this thing, which is another incredibly generous thing to do, this is not your time. Come back. I'm going to try and persuade. And it's just a d20 plus 2.
Nice.
And so the king pleads for the dwarven queen to come back. Take that as a success. And the king looks around at Egan, Mara, Indra, Torrin.
Yes. I'll step up.
Okay.
And I'll say, yes. So quick question. He said by bringing her back, it could bring hope to their kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I need to know. He's gonna say, what's her name? Simone?
Queen, I'll put her full name so you can see it. Queen Simone Funas. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna say, Queen Simone, you still have work to do. You shall be a beacon of hope for your people. And then he is going to say, Raven Queen, please guide this soul back to the living. It is not her time, and I believe fate has more to she has more to do with her fate than having her thread be cut here.
Okay. If you can convince me of something other than persuasion, because you're doing persuasion as well, the DC is going to be higher.
No, it's persuasion.
Okay, so roll me a persuasion check.
And I will knowledge of the past myself.
How many knowledges of the past do you have?
Oh wait, I did it. Oh, I have 3 left, but that was the wrong die. It was a 18 total.
Okay. Looks at Egan, looks at Mara. The two guards are just fascinated by this thumbstroke almost. So it's going to come down to a Mara or an Egan.
Can both Maras speak in unison? Is that super weird?
That's super weird, so absolutely yes.
Um, they're both basically going to say, please, we hope that the Wayfinder guides you back to us. We know how much good you can do for the people here and how much the people want you back. So please come back to us.
That's sounding suspiciously like a persuasion again, if you can convince me otherwise.
I was kind of going more for religion for asking for the Wayfinder, but
Sure, I'll
that's
give you religion.
Okay.
You don't get advantage though. But
No, that's fair.
So, with everybody, the king pleading, Mara asking the Wayfinder, Indra tapping into the Raven Queen and saying, "This is not the fate." So the DC's 10. For each success, it's a 3. Those were 3 successes. So, Indra, don't roll me a 1 on a d20.
Oh God.
Oh man, your resurrection rolls are something else. And so with that, the queen
Whoa.
comes back to life on 1 hit point. And she stands. And the once all the prayers are done, it is quite disgusting. Like you hear kind of bones cracking and bones reforming, and this bloody stump, almost the spine grows out of the stump, then forms into a skull, which shakes its head around, and then flesh starts growing over the entire head. And because she's a dwarf, and you can't be a dwarf without a beard, a patchy beard starts growing on her face as well. Everybody, well, the king and the guards are all horrified about this. But they see the queen come back, and she says, "Oh my God! I thought I was a gunner. But they got the crown." Oh. And she looks around and sees you, and she could tell that Mara was the one performing this resurrection, and she holds out a hand to Mara, looking to pull her up. I assume Mara will do that.
Yep.
And she says, "Oh, thank you. You've truly done wonders for Uthadun and myself." And she looks around and she sees the damage to this place, and she says, "Oh, we have much to repair here, but we have much to discuss as well. I don't think we can start here. Perhaps I could invite you to one of the finest local taverns around here. It seems odd name under the situations, but if you'd be so kind, I'd love to buy you some drink at the Bloody Chalice."
Of course.
And please
Can I
bring your companions as well. Yes, what would you like to do, Ethan?
insight check her?
Sure. Sure.
Nope.
So-
I believe her. Let's go get a drink.
Well, it's not that you... I mean, you had the suspicion, which is why you rolled the insight. You don't know either way. You just don't know.
Do I notice anything different about her as far as like the way that she's acting? Does she seem untruthful or anything?
Well, she's got a head. That's something's different about her. You can make an insight as well if you like, Torin, with a -4.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself too.
Sure. So 24.
nice.
Ooh. So 25. Oh, please. Shall we?
Like right now?
Well, yes, I'd like to. I mean, you've literally saved Uthadern. She took my crown. Maybe you could help get it back. Yes, we'd like to talk.
Is there like something special about your crown? Like, is it magical or something?
Well, come with me. I will tell you all about it.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
On the way there, though, Mara's gonna stop and help anybody who looks hurt, which I'm assuming is probably a fair decent amount of people.
There are a fair decent amount of people. I'll tell you what. We'll say the king and the queen are being a bit hasty to talk to you. So over the next several hours, people are helped, people are healed, broken bones are splintered, Assume the mighty MP6 help us help as much as they can. So eventually the city stabilized. There are several puddles of ichor around Uthadurn as, you know, the devils have died. And over the next several hours, the city stabilizes more or less. And some funerals are had, some rites are given. And eventually, you make your way with the king and queen to a bar. Because even in the most dire circumstances, bars do a good business, one way or the other, as people look to drown their sorrows or celebrate their narrow escapes. But King Simone and King Imithard, they sit down with you and say, "Well, you've saved Uthadurn, it seems, from the worst of the attack, and you've saved my life at the very least. Mara and the rest of you, we here at Uthadurn owe you a debt more than we can imagine. And let this be a small token of our appreciation." And she calls one of the guards, and he comes across with this large chest bound in leather. Please take this. Do you have a look?
Yeah, sure.
Won't mind if I do.
Ooh.
Sheesh.
As I said, Uthadurn, we do well. We trade, got several artifacts that have come into value, and of course, just commerce. I hope this goes some ways to repaying the debt you have in Uthadurn. And we have a house set aside for you on the upper disc. That is yours to use with as you wish. If you have other business, we will keep it spick and span for you, so you'd always have a home here in Uthadurn.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah, holy crap.
no, thank you.
Thanks. That's amazing.
I see that you have suffered injuries as well. And she sees the completely sorry state of Torrin. I mean, you look healthy, but you're barely standing up. The sacrifices you have made here will not be forgotten. You seem to have some... my guards tell me you seem to have some type of relationship with that gauntly Goliath woman. What can you tell me about her?
Well, we know where she has been kind of seen last. I mean, like, obviously not here. I'm not referring to that. I'm sorry, what was the name of the area that she was last seen in? Like, the place where the other gate is, or wherever?
Technically doesn't have a name, but the closest you could see an island several miles off the coast of the Menagerie Coast.
Okay. I will explain that.
Okay.
And then because she was on the other side of the
Well, the last time you saw her was in hell.
yeah, I'll
Yes, sir.
explain that. And then the last time we heard about her, she was by Blightshore. So we think she's hiding out maybe by Blightshore.
Oh, so maybe that's where she disappeared to. I mean, we had guards outside of the keep, and we didn't see her leave. One can only assume that she teleported somewhere, but she is not an Uthadurn. We would have found her by now. So maybe Blightshore, for sure. Well, this is grave tidings. I mean, if she is gathering her forces in hell, maybe bringing a god with her. I don't know how that would work with the Divine Gate. Maybe they found a way around it. I don't know. We have much to think about here in Uthodurn. Now about my crown. It's not magical, but it was magically affixed to my head, just to prevent it from being taken. It seems they found it a way around that by literally taking my head. Now the crown is something that took us a long, long time to forge. It is perhaps the most valuable metal in all of Taldori. It's very difficult to make. It's an alloy of a thing called adamant, which is a strong but bitter metal. And over a long course of time, we found that you infuse it with silver and electrum. It comes incredibly hard. And not only that, it's particularly good at attracting magical stuff to it as well. It's like a soak for magic. You might have seen it out the corner of your eye. It has a clean green sheen. It almost glows by itself. And it's made in the metal, we call it an adamantine. This is obviously what they wanted. This is obviously what they came here for. And what they got. What they want with this, A, incredibly strong metal, and B, a metal that is particularly susceptible to taking on magical effects, I don't know. If you have any insights about what they might be using it for, I would be all ears.
Is the king sitting there? They're both there?
The king is the one talking.
Oh, okay. Is the queen
Yep.
there?
The queen's looks like Torrin. A mess.
Fair.
So the king's doing most of the talking. And she nods in approval as he talks.
Yeah, you can kind of see me just leaning up against the table, like barely, like staying awake because I'm exhausted.
Do we have our psychic connection up or no?
I don't know.
We should.
Connell, do they have that up?
Yeah, so I thought you. Yep.
Yep. So
So I would just ask the group, didn't he say that he was scared of them talking to her head and asking about the secrets of Uthodurn earlier, and now they're saying they're worried that they were just after the crown? Isn't that super weird?
I'll just straight out ask him that. Like earlier, he mentioned something about asking the queen questions. Is that something that we need to be worried about at that moment? What sort of important information was it about?
well, it seems as if what they mostly wanted was the crown, but they took the queen's head as well. And I'm concerned that the divine magic, they could get into her mind and ask her questions. I mean, there are things here that the Queen knows, that I know, that are very, very important to the security of Uthodurn. I mean, I'm not going to relay those to you, but if they know those and can manipulate it in just the right way, then Uthodurn wouldn't be the well-functioning society that we have it now, where dwarves and elves live together. I mean, dwarves and elves are even marrying. I've heard of no place there. So we've constructed almost an oasis of acceptance and loving here. I'm just concerned that they could ask the Queen's head questions and perhaps look at undermining them. That is my concern.
And does that? I'm gonna insight. Does that seem truthful? Does that seem?
Does it seem truthful? That's what you think, Mara.
Okay. Mara kind of like she nods. She nods. Okay. Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. I suppose the only thing that you can do to that retrospect is try to, I guess, solve any of those issues prior to them being pried open, which I suppose is
You,
easier said than done.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Egan is still very confused. All this for a crown, like a small piece of metal. That was a full-scale invasion.
A very rare piece of metal. I don't know anywhere you could find it other than this crown.
Can they duplicate it with the sample?
I don't know. Unless they have powerful magic to duplicate the crown. But it seems to me they needed the adamantine inside of the crown. The crown itself is, of course, ceremonial. So my question remains. What do you think they would have such use for such a powerfully susceptible thing to magic?
Portal.
Yep. To open up a portal where all the demons can come out and try to take over this world.
Ooh.
I mean, would they have to pass through the divine gate to get through here? Their god? They would have to, right? Or...
You know that the demons and devils could find a way, because you have seen them here, right?
Yeah.
Let's not forget what happened to that city that was destroyed. But the god, no.
And the god is the ruler of Stygia.
That's correct. So at the moment,
yeah.
with your history next, you know there's a divine gate, and there's no way in hell, that anything could get through there.
In hell, asterisk at the moment, because yeah, I feel like that's probably what they're gonna use it for. Does that seem feasible, like arcana-wise?
Arcana-wise, no. Religion-wise, no. You know, there's a divine gate that stops people like Levistus, like Asmodeus, like Loth. The list goes on. So, as far as you understand, it's impossible for gods to get through the divine gate. Just can't happen.
Okay, I'll ask the king and queen for any like books on any information about this metal, so that maybe we can find some sort of correlation there, because it does seem extremely suspicious.
Okay, she sends off he sends off somebody to look for a book for you. And so you're all gathered around the table. So is anybody, I think, Oren, you were just leaning up against a wall in a corner somewhere?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually like sit down and cross-legged and start taking like a short rest.
Okay, so we'll have you sitting
Go
down.
into like a trance.
Sure. How are you doing?
Well, he's been talking with Caspian. We've been kind of sharing stories for a while. So now, what we do? That was before. Now, I guess we've been in there with you guys at the
We're
bar.
at the bar now, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Yeah. So, yeah, just drinking. What are you doing? Go somewhere? I mean, we're still waiting to. You ain't reading books, right? So, yeah, chilling with Caspian for now, I guess.
Okay, so just letting the rest of them talk about the all the stuff. You're just chilling off at a separate table.
Just listening, kind of aside, yeah.
That's cool with you, Caspian?
Yep.
Okay. So, the king, you know, is concerned about this news. The Queen is just a mess. So let me just get my notes just a sec. Connell, can you make me 2 Constitution saving throws, please?
Sure.
Okay, and another one, please. Ooh, so 1 success, 1 failure. As you're in the bar, you're being served by a dwarf and an elf, which is common. The dwarf and the elf, after dropping off your drinks that you ordered, they bring out a knife, Connor, and they stab you twice.
Okay.
Okay, and oops. Let's get this. And first of all, you take
Oh,
Oh,
what's this? That's not the bad.
that's
it's okay, buddy.
You guys are funny.
We got another diamond for you.
Take
Nice. That's
Take-
8 points of damage. I'm not that bad yet.
8 points of damage. This is bad.
Here comes the poison
Plus
damage.
50 poison.
Well, it's usually 12d6. On a critical, it's that much.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, I haven't finished.
Okay.
So that was the first attack. The second attack comes in. Same type of thing. So, first of all,
holy.
take only 7 points of damage from that one. And you made the save on this one. So you can take half of this. Half of 12d6. So another 16 points of damage.
So the total 90 points of damage.
74.
103.
It's so it was
No, it's
No,
fine.
105.
it's 8
Half of 33.
plus 7 plus 16 plus 74. That much.
105. That's with the half. 33. You said.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A half to 33. So 105 points of damage.
Okay, that normally would have knocked me out, but I'm going to use my Blade Singer deal, Summon Defense, to reduce it by 25 points.
Is that a reaction?
Yeah,
You're surprised, so you don't get a reaction.
no reaction, but I'm down.
Okay.
But I'm down.
It's okay, we got a diamond for you, bud.
Okay.
And then they both punch you. And Connell, you go down and out. And chaos just erupts in this place as the disguised form of these two creatures appear, and they are not dwarves and they are not elves, and they stand over the corpse of Connell. I assume you want to roll into initiative.
What the hell?
Holy
Crap.
Would the time that we have been spending in this bar count as a short rest?
Oh, yeah, you all got a short rest. Yep.
Oh, thank
So
God.
short.
I
Do
did.
Thank
that
God.
before that.
Short rest.
That's
It's
18,
just,
27.
That.
Just to be clear, Connell's dead, or is Connell's out?
Dead.
Alright.
I stopped counting upwards. What the fuck is this? Sorry.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Oh, the tokens are linked again.
Oh, are they?
Because I just
Okay.
healed Mara and Mara 2 went up.
Okay. Hey. Represents. Oh, I see what I've done. It represents. And Egan, did you see my whisper?
No, I missed it because of all of the hundreds of dice rolls, including my own.
Yeah, I'll whisper it again.
Thank you.
I'll just fix Mara 2.0's token. Yeah. Okay,
Of course.
so you see these dwarves and just out the corner of your eye, and there's this dripping goo on top of these daggers, and they just stab Connell and stab him again without even noticing. He collapses to the ground, the poison just infusing into his body, and you look around and Connell's dead, just like that. Whatever these guys are up to, they are very, very efficient.
Hey, and guys, I gotta crash. I gotta get up for about 6 hours.
Well, this is not going to be over soon, so why don't we pick it up here? Sound good?
Dang.
Yup.
All right, guys. Later.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, good night, Sean. Yes, this will be a
Good
good
night,
point
guys.
to pick it up.
Yeah.
I do want to, Egan, do you want to just quickly go to the other voice channel for a sec?
Sure.
Hey, but the rest of you, I'll say goodnight to, and we'll talk to you next week.